Well, Johnny, a fantastic and euphoric occasion on Saturday. Job done in terms of the semi-final against Notts County, but of course straight back on it for the very serious business at Wembley on Monday against Walsall. The season literally going the full distance for Wimbledon.
Yeah, Saturday was a great day, wasn't it? It was a really good occasion, really good performance, fantastic result for us. So to get over the line in the semi-final, to get the opportunity now to go to Wembley, take the club to Wembley, obviously we're buzzing with that one, yeah, and can't wait for Monday now.
Preparations, of course, in full swing for that player final, Johnny. How are the available personnel shaping up ahead of the big game?
Yeah, fine. Obviously, Omar missed out on the semi-final second leg. Probably unlikely to feature Monday, unfortunately. But apart from that, everyone who came through the game came through fine. So I expect to have the same group of lads to choose from, hopefully.
Also, the mood in the camp, Johnny, in the build-up to the game, the players presumably very upbeat, happy and confident given the recent winning run against what must be a backdrop also of great anticipation and excitement of taking part in a Wembley final.
Yeah, they're in great spirits. I've got to say, the lads have been brilliant these past few weeks, where we just spoke to you about sort of just trying to take the pressure off them a little bit and trying to enjoy this ride that we're on at the minute. And I think they're loving it. They're really responding well to everything that we're sort of asking of them, throwing at them. It's a different type of week this week with the longer build-up and obviously the stuff that goes with a game. You know, there's a lot of organisation, tickets and stuff like that I want them to get sorted so they can just concentrate come the weekend when it's getting closer. We just concentrate on the work then and the business. Just remember that we've got a game of football to play. You know, there's a lot of other stuff that goes into this occasion, but at the end of the day, it's a game of football, isn't it?
Just thinking back to how the season has gone overall for us, Johnny, the 35 goals conceded, by far the best defensive record in League Two. 2 close games already with Walsall this season. The 3 narrow 1-0 victories against Grimsby and then Notts County that have presented us with this wonderful opportunity to secure promotion. Are you anticipating perhaps another closely contested, maybe even low-scoring encounter between the sides on Monday?
I think so. I think it's 2 teams that are very evenly matched. 2 teams that go about it quite similarly, and obviously closely fought games against them in the normal league season. Obviously came the wrong side of it in the home game, but really tight. And I thought we perhaps should have won up at their place. Obviously the lad sticks a free kick in the top corner towards the end, and a bit of quality from him gets them a point. So, but a game that we could definitely have won on another day. So I think you've seen 2 teams that are very closely matched. I expect this game to be no different. I think it'll be fiercely competitive because, like us, they work hard first and foremost, and they got a good structure about them. But you know, so have we. So I would expect a really close one. Yeah.
Of course, Walsall standing between ourselves and promotion this coming Monday. Of course, we all know how they held that lead for such a long time at the top of the table. Then, of course, were denied automatic promotion right at the death on the final day with that late goal for Bradford City. But what did you make of how they went about channeling those disappointments in the best possible way with that impressive aggregate victory in their semi-final against Chesterfield?
I thought they've done great, to be honest. Obviously, they would have felt similar to what we felt, you know, being up and around. Certainly, for them, the top of the league for a lot of the season. To then fall out of the automatics would have been a blow, you know, especially how late it happened on that last day. But I think for them to rally the way that they did, obviously they won their game on the last day, and then they've gone and won both of their semi-final legs, won the games. So I think they've been really impressive the way that Matt's got them sort of refocused, rechanneled, and it's ironic, you know, 2 teams that probably weren't in great form are now going into the final having won 3 games on the bounce each, and so you know you've got 2 teams that are in really good form now.
You just touched upon the Walsall manager, Matt Sadler, just there, Johnny. How much are you looking forward to pitting your tactical wits against him? Once again, a man who we know you've got tremendous respect for, particularly given the job he's done at Walsall, and of course all the similarities between yourselves being a similar age, both having made over 400 league appearances, and of course both having embarked fairly recently upon your managerial careers.
Yeah. Listen, I think he's done a brilliant job. Big respect for Matt. He's a good guy. You know, obviously we'll be going up against it on Monday, and I look forward to that challenge. You know, I think he's done brilliant things with them this year, and we're going to have to be, you know, adaptable to what they throw at us. And I'm sure that they're thinking similar things about us. So yeah, you know, for me and him, similar ages, similar probably coaching journeys, and now we both find ourselves sort of in a final with the opportunity for success. But obviously only one of us is going to get it on Monday. So hopefully it's me and us. But yeah, whatever happens, we'll shake hands at the end and sure we'll have mutual respect.
We've previously touched upon the Sam Hutchinson situation, Johnny. Of course, he very bravely, of course, and candidly opened up about his recent experience in his interview earlier this week. But of course, on Saturday, he seemed to play such a brilliant part behind the scenes. Must have been a great lift to everyone to see him, obviously, back on the premises, fully involved, and presumably that'll be the case in the build-up to the final as well.
Yeah, definitely. Like you said, he probably wished he could get out there and play, and probably felt like he could. Obviously, that's what he said in his interview. So it's brilliant, first and foremost, that he's healthy and that he's feeling good. So that's brilliant, because obviously it was scary what happened, but he's feeling good. I believe he's even started doing a little bit of running, and it was great to see him Saturday around the boys. And he's such a big character and can be an influence. Listen, you can't be an influence on the pitch now, but you can be an influence around the lads in the dressing room, and he certainly was on Saturday, and he certainly have a role to play in the build-up and when we're at Wembley.
Plus, of course, given Sam's recent experience, you must be a strong advocate for the Every Minute Matters campaign that's ongoing at the moment, raising awareness of things such as CPR, with, of course, all the 3 playoff finals this weekend, reflecting that with kick-off scheduled for 1 minute past each hour.
Yeah, I think it's a great thing that they're doing, just to raise the awareness, and obviously it's fitting for us with what happened to Sam, and you've only got to talk to him to hear about the care that he got first, straight away from our medical department, but then in Nottingham when he was in the hospital there, and then when he came down to London and had his procedure, he said he had the best of the best treatment and was unbelievably looked after, and obviously that's what people need, because you can never be too aware of these things. He, until he started feeling rough after the game, wasn't aware that he had an issue, so the more awareness people can raise is great.
One other player, Johnny, you must be delighted with in recent weeks is Jake Reeves, of course, returning from suspension with perfect timing to guide us to those Grimsby and Notts County victories. Plus, of course, a man with plenty of previous in terms of securing promotion from League Two. Of course, already played in a playoff final success for Wimbledon in 2016, then helping Stevenage gain automatic promotion 2 years ago. How much are you looking forward to seeing him bring all that experience to the table on Monday, alongside the inspirational presence and leadership qualities we already know he possesses in abundance?
Yeah, listen, the skip, he's been magnificent for me since he joined the club. We brought him in on the back of having a promotion from Stevenage, like you said, because I wanted people with that experience that had got out of this league before and knew what it looked like, and Skip's obviously done that on more than one occasion and had success here, with this football club. So he knew what that was all about, and I think it was incredibly harsh, what happened to him at Doncaster. To miss 3 games for that, wasn't like a malicious tackle, just missed time. But we missed him for those 3 games, definitely, because of his qualities, what he brings to the team, but also his leadership and stuff like that. And I think you've really seen, that when he's come back in, he's been a calming influence over the lads, as well as his qualities. I think any team at this level would miss him, but certainly, he's a huge player for us, really important, and to get him back for that last game, and then obviously for the playoff games, and now the final is going to be really, really big for us.
You've always been one to give credit, and rightly so, Johnny, to the magnificent Wimbledon support up and down the country, plus of course the packed houses at home matches. Tickets have been snapped up very quickly, and the Dons fans again all set to carry on in that vein by showing up in great numbers at Wembley. You must be thrilled at the prospect of seeing and hearing them turning it into the home of Wimbledon, a sea of blue and yellow for those few hours on Monday.
Yeah, I honestly can't wait. We spoke time and time again about support all season. I think culminating in Plough Lane on Saturday was bouncing, and it was a proper fortress, and the crowd really played their part, and I think the lads just fed off it, and I think that was a big factor in us getting that result, and the performance and the way that we played. Everything just come together for us as a club on Saturday, and can't wait now to see them at Wembley. I know the tickets they've been going really, really quickly over the last couple of days since they've been released. I think there's more due to go today as well. So to see how they're being snapped up, and I'm hearing that we're going to take big numbers. I know the players have got loads of people coming to support. And personally, I've got friends and family that can't wait to come and to see all the Don supporters there at Wembley. Hopefully we can just fill it up as much as possible and make as much noise as they can.
The clock then ticking down to kick off this coming Monday, Johnny. A Wembley occasion, always a very glittering, very prestigious occasion. A venue that's thrown up so many legends and heroes over the years. Just from a personal perspective, Johnny, what are some of your memories and experiences of both the old and new Wembley, perhaps as a fan and then perhaps as part of your football career?
Yeah, well, I never played there, which was one of the sort of probably one of the biggest regrets really of my career. Never got the opportunity to play there. Coached there before. With Charlton, but I remember going to cup finals. I grew up as a massive gooner and saw cup finals at the old Wembley '98 when Arsenal done the double, beating Newcastle, and probably one of my biggest memories. And I think even further back actually when done the cup double.
Oh, '93, yeah, that's right, yeah.
Yeah, '93, yeah. Went to both of them finals as well. So. That was obviously the old Wembley, so yeah, fond memories of the place. Seen a few England games there in my time as well. So, but the opportunity to manage there is going to be something completely different, and yeah, it's going to be an absolute privilege for me to lead the team out, lead this club out, and yeah, just can't wait really.
So just finally then, Johnny, the season's endeavours all come down to the 90 minutes on Monday, maybe extra time, maybe penalties, who knows. So once again, as it was in that second leg against Notts County, all the players and fans in perfect synergy as we look forward to emulating that fantastic 2016 League Two playoff final success. Write our name alongside them, plus of course all the previous Wimbledon, Wembley legends. It's a hugely exciting opportunity and so tantalisingly within our reach.
Yeah, I mean, what an exciting prospect, and again, you know, I keep saying we have to enjoy these moments because we waited a long time to be here. You know, 2016 was the last time that the club had this opportunity, and now it's a chance for these players write their own chapter, write their own part of which is obviously a rich history with Wimbledon and Wembley, and yeah, so for them to have that opportunity and for us all come together because you know it's been such a positive atmosphere around the place. Saturday was, like I said, was class, and to see it on an even bigger scale Monday, it's going to be something to behold really, and yeah, can't wait to see. You know, the club deserves this moment, and wait to see show off what we're all about really.
That's great. Thanks ever so much again for your time, Johnny. Of course, wishing you continued good preparations ahead of the big game, and very much looking forward to seeing you lead us out at the big game.
Cheers, Mikey. Thanks, mate.
Thanks, Johnny.